Hey, what's up, you guys? It's Jen, and this is Through Thick and Thin. Today, we are making this amazing, delicious, health approved, diet approved, toddler approved yogurt bark. This is so easy, so simple that your 4-year-old could definitely do it. So, let's get started. So, you're going to go ahead and take some Greek yogurt, and you can really use any flavor here, but I went with vanilla. And then you're just going to go ahead and scoop all of it onto a sheet pan lined with parchment paper and then spread it out evenly. And it's about here that I realized I needed a little bit more yogurt, so I went ahead and added that in and then finished spreading it out. And then from here, you can really do any toppings that you want. I had some strawberries that I needed to use up in my fridge and then some blueberries in my freezer. So that's what I went ahead and did, but honestly, you could use any berries that you have. Raspberries would work great with this. Bananas would even be delicious. You could use nuts, sprinkles, agave, maple syrup, chocolate chips, really whatever you have to make this as low calorie or as indulgent as you want. And then I'm like laying them out super pretty because I want it to look super pretty, but honestly you could just chop these up and just sprinkle it on, and it would really take only like 2 seconds to put this up here, but you know, I have to be a little bit extra, but try to make sure they're about evenly spaced, because when we go to cut them later, you kind of want a little bite of everything in each square, because we're going to cut this up into squares in a little bit. So just make sure that everything's about equally spaced, just so every single serving has about the same ingredients on it. And then I went ahead and went in with the blueberries, and as you will see, I just kind of put them in lines in between the strawberries. You don't really want to stack anything like on top of each other. Like, you don't want the blueberries to be stacked on top of the strawberries because they won't really stick together in the end. You want to make sure that everything's kind of pressed into that yogurt, because the yogurt's going to act like a glue that holds all of our ingredients together. And then here's where you can really go just wild with the toppings. I decided to do honey just for a little bit of sweetness on top, but really you could add maple syrup, you could add agave, you could add really anything that you have. You can just totally go crazy. And then I also went ahead and did some peanut butter, and then a tip for kind of getting your peanut butter even is to put it in a little sandwich baggie, kind of like a piping bag, and then cut just a teeny tiny little snip off of the corner. It's really easy to cut kind of too big of a slit, and then you have too much peanut butter come out, but just a little slit, and then you can really easily drizzle it across your yogurt bark. And then from there, all we have to do is stick it in the freezer for 2 to 3 hours, and then boom, it's done. And here is our final product, and as you can see, it is totally frozen through. So we're going to go ahead and remove it from the pan and put it onto a cutting board, because now we have to cut it into little squares. You could also just break it, honestly, if you didn't want to go through the hassle of cutting it, because it kind of just breaks apart anyways. So you're just going to very carefully peel back your parchment paper. And then grab your knife and kind of try to make it, again, like as even with the ingredients as possible. So I tried to get about a line of strawberries and a line of blueberries in each row, but yogurt bark kind of has a mind of its own, so it kind of just started breaking apart on me anyways, but that's okay because it all tastes delicious anyways. And then there we go, that's our final product. It is such a refreshing treat, so healthy, and so good for you, especially in these summer months when we're really trying to eat a little bit lighter. So thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you could, leave me a like down below. Leave me a comment. I do reply to every single comment, so let's have a conversation down below. And then remember, you can make today a great day, or not. The choice is yours. Have a good one.